Hello, welcome to today's show. Today we're going to be discussing Fox News in court on a blockbuster trial. We're going to talk about NBC dishes out some hilarious details about Kamala Harris. We're going to talk about former staffer RFK Jr. Mark Cuban struggles miserably to explain why he's supporting Kamala, and much, much more right after the lead-in.
Random thoughts, politics, culture, religion. What is the vision?
Welcome to Random Thoughts. Ray Sean Blyden here. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe and support the channel. Our sponsor today is going to be my newly renovated Raydog.com, REHDOGG. Take a look at it there. Plenty of stuff for you. It's not just about Raydog stuff. If you're into art, instrumentals, music, books, and much, much more, you will see here that we got plenty. We got children books, Loofah Man if you're into comics books, The Bullfoot Man, a really good fictional story. You got watches. You want watches? We got watches. We got your watches here. Buy a coffee, and much, much more on REHDOGG.com and all of the social media links if you want to see what that's all about. And if you want to, of course, see what's on sale here, you go to see what's on sale. And if you're into serialized stories, this is a banger. The Lantern Keepers. Go ahead and check that out. You can see some more watches. The Volcanic Flow, Majestic Horizon, Titan, Legacy, and much, much more. You want jerseys? We got jerseys. You want hats? We got hats. You want magnets? We got magnets. What about football? You want a football? Football season's around the corner. Grab your football, play with your friends. Basketball, we're playing basketball. Go ahead and grab that basketball. And of course, don't forget about our art gallery. So go ahead and check out REHDOGG.com. Okay, let's switch gears and get right in to the news of the day. The first one we're going to talk about is Fox News, because apparently there's some blockbuster trial that I am not aware of. If you knew about that, let me know in the comments, because I've not been following that really. So I don't watch Fox News, contrary to people who like to say, oh, you're conservative, Fox News, Fox. And I don't watch Fox News. I don't even think they're remotely close to the belief that I have. But I digress. Let's get into the story here. Fox in court. Blockbuster trial begins this week that could determine future of Murdoch Empire. What's going on? Let's see. Did you watch HBO's riveting series Succession? Well, no, I don't have HBO Plus or whatever, Max or whatever you call it. So, no, I did not. It was an exceptional drama about the wealth, power, and family struggles, and it was somewhat based on the Murdoch family, whose billionaire patriarch Rupert founded one of the most influential media companies in the world. Well, that's because he used to go by, in my opinion, with the sex selling. I mean, when I used to watch it back then, you just see the women with their never mind. Whew, okay, getting hot in here. To get the all your clothes. I'm gonna get my clothes. All right, that's not Christian-like. Let's get those demonistic thoughts out of my mind. Okay, Rupert founded, as I said, one of the most influential media companies in the world. Through entities such as News Corp and the Fox Corporation, the family controls the Wall Street Journal, the New York Post, Fox News, and multiple international outlets, almost all of them with a conservative bent. Yeah, right, not that much of a bent. But just like in secession, a high stakes battle over who will control the conglomerate after the boss dies has broken out behind the scenes, and a court drama commences in Nevada Tuesday that will decide if the power will be shared by his children or if, as the 93-year-old Rupert now desires, eldest son, can't pronounce his name, Lachan, I don't know, will take the reins. I'm sorry, I I can't pretend like I care about this, so I'm not going to read any more of that story. I'm not going to read any more of that. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? NBC dishes out some hilarious details about what Harris is planning for the debate. Does anyone care what Kamala Harris is planning for the debate? Because I know I don't. I know I don't. I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch it. I may watch it just to see how stupid and she's going to be, as dumb as she is, and just to watch Trump roast her. I may watch it just for that. How many of you are going to watch the debate? If you're going to watch the debate, let me know if you're going to watch the debate and why you're going to watch the debate and who you're rooting for. Let me know. Are you rooting for this cackling one? I know I'm not. Definitely not rooting for her. All right, let's read this. Let's see what they say. The NBC dishes out some hilarious details about what Harris is planning for the debate. Kamala Harris has been in debate camp in Pittsburgh prepping for Tuesday's debate with former President Donald Trump. Hey, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. That's the reason why they don't want the mic muted. She wants to get that I'm speaking moment. You know, Trump shouldn't give it to her. He should be aware that she wants to do that and just don't even give her the opportunity. Make her look foolish. That would be great. But, you know, there's not much to make this lady look foolish. She's dumber than a bag of rocks. But I digress. As we've previously reported, Harris was tossing a snit about the ABC debate and trying to blame Trump for the rules. Joe Biden wanted, exactly. Joe Biden wanted the rules, you stupid twit. She claimed that having the mics muted would disadvantage her. Translation: she wanted to speak over Trump, interrupt Trump, and she isn't going to get to do that if they hold to those rules, at least not on mic. Another possibility: she was hoping Trump would speak over her and she could say he's being mean to her. It was also leaked that the strategy session was going sideways, so it didn't sound like it was going over very well for her. She's a dummy, let's be honest. She's a fool. Don't act like you're surprised about that. Don't act like you're surprised. Now, there are more leaks, and there's some truly funny stuff here. According to NBC, Harris is still trying to get the rules changed. They shouldn't change it. Screw you, twit. It also looks like they're scared of how well Trump did in the first debate, and they may be over preparing her. There's nothing you could do to make this woman ready for anything. She's a dummy. They're even strategizing how she's going to shake hands with Trump, but haven't decided yet. How funny is that? That isn't even the funniest part. But wait, there's more. That's pretty hilarious. So she's planning to have an unscripted response, which she thinks, or NBC might hope, will be history making, no bias there. Kamala, if you spending days planning for a viral comeback. It's not unscripted. Part of the problem is people think she's fake and not authentic because she's not. Hello, McFly. She's dumber than a bag of rocks. I think I said that already, but it's worth mentioning again. She's dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. I would play that Run DMC song, but I'm afraid I'll get copyright strike. The girl is dumb, 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 dumb. I'm showing my age. Anyone who knows that song, who knows that Run DMC song, let me know in the comments if you know that song. But let's get back on track here. They seem to be counting on making. They seem to be counting on him making a derogatory remark towards her, or hoping to needle him into an angry response on something like Project 2025, which they keep insisting he has something to do with. And when he doesn't, she's also going to try to play that she was a prosecutor. Yeah, the prosecutor who locked up innocent black people, black men, kept them in jail over their time for cheap labor for California, that kind of stuff. Oh, okay, Kamala. You're not black at all, are you? Don't pretend to be. We know you ain't a black girl. You could put on that fake accent. Oh, I'm down with the people. I'm down with the king. Whose house? Trump house. Oh, okay. Run DMC's in my head. Okay, let's get it out. She's going to try to pin that Project 25, insisting that he has something to do with it when we know that he doesn't. She's also going to try to play the she's a prosecutor and likely try to call him a convicted felon. Well, he's not a convicted felon. He's even if he is, I'm sure that you done a lot worse, lady, because we know that it's faker than a $2 faker than you. Actually, no, nothing could be faker than you. But I digress. But that let's needle him technique didn't work when Biden tried it. Trump just made him look silly, and he can turn that around on her very simply by pointing out her failure to enforce the border, helping. She's a border czar after all. Let's not forget that. Helping the cartels, promoting bail funds that freed rioters and violent criminals doing the Floyd riots, not prosecuting people fully, etc. She may find that's a bad route to take when that song, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. Kamala Indian, if you can't take blow, don't throw blow. Okay, let's get back on track here. Harris is also going to try to say that she's from the middle class and contrast that with Trump. But again, so what? She's also helped crush the middle class with, say the word, say the big I word, say it with me, 1, 2, 3, inflation. That's all he has to say. It's the economy, stupid. And she just doesn't get it. It shows how empty she is. I never thought there'd be someone emptier than Barack Hussein Obama, but she's emptier than he is. Okay. If she's not concentrating on conveying her policies, which she don't have any, but working more on comebacks and anticipating what he might do, it's wrong-headed. So quite frankly, keep it up for Tuesday. Tuesday. Okay, so what do you think? Who do you think is going to win the debate? Let me know in the comments. Do you think she's going to win? Or do you think Trump is going to win? Who thinks he's going to win? Write in the comment K if you think Kamala is going to win. And if you think Trump is going to win, write T in the comment. Who's going to win? Are you going to win, Kamala? Yeah, all you can do is laugh. You silly twit. Tricks are for kids. So let's see. What else do we have in the news? In the news, let's see. Former staffer for RFK Jr. go all in, announcing startup pack. Let's skip that one. Mark Cuban struggled. This is interesting. Mark the Cube. I'm getting a. Remember, does any of you watch Shark Tanks? When I used to watch it, I remember this one person he was trying to get him to invest, and he was like, "Come on, cubes," and he hated that. He did not like to be called cubes. But let's see why he's struggling. I'm curious to know why you're such an idiot that if you know that these policies are bad, you still want to support it. What a dummy. Not only smart people are billionaires, you also had idiot billionaires who are dumb, who are gonna bite off their nose to spite their face. In many words, there. But Mark Cubes struggles miserably to explain his support for Kamala, and he admits her policies would be terrible. Again, if you know her policies would be terrible, why are you such a dumb idiot? Do you have Trump deranged syndrome that badly? Hate is bad. It eats away at you. I know from the past when I held in that hate for JT, that was yeah, I it destroyed me. It consumed me. Hate consumes you. But I'm not gonna go down that road. Let's stay on politics here. Billionaire Mark Cubes, the minority owner of the NBA Davis. I can't speak now. Let's start over. Billionaire Mark Cubes, the minority owner of the NBA Dallas Mavericks, has gone all on Kamala Harris' presidential campaign, but some of his reasoning is utterly bizarre. He basically says he's fine that the VP hasn't offered any. Are you crazy? She hasn't offered any specificity to her economic proposal, but you're fine with that? Come on, Cubes. He's sure they'll be just great. Yeah, you're an idiot. Listening to his word dances was like watching a human trying to stretch themselves into a living pretzel like Plastic Man. Remember Plastic Man? How many of you remember the cartoon Plastic Man? Let me know in the comments below if you knew of the comic, the TV show Plastic Man. It brings to mind Nancy Pelosi's famous line. I remember this. How many of you, it's too late, you can see the quote there, but how many of you remember this line? We have to pass the bill, so let me talk like her, like she's sucking the candy. We have to pass the bill, so like I'm spitting to her. Let's not. We have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it. We need to vote Harris into office, then we'll find out what she really support. I don't think that America could handle that. But let's listen in right there. He was on let's see who tweeted this. Clay Travis, and he was on NBC. Let's listen in.
On this unrealized tax issue, gain issue, and where we've talked about those who are taking loans against their unrealized stock, et cetera, and then they say, well, if you start to tax that, we won't be able to make investments in startups. We won't be able to give money over to venture capitalists and private equity folks and other things like that. What's your feedback to that distinction? Because I wonder, once there's a critique of one, then of one policy, and you get rid of that policy, then of course it moves to the critique of the next version of it.
Well, of course, but okay. So what I told him was, if you tax unrealized gains, you're going to kill the stock market, right? And it's going to be the ultimate employment plan for private equity because companies are not going to go public because you can get whipsawed, right? I mean, my own personal experience back from the internet days, right? All of a sudden, I was cash poor, but equity rich, right? My net worth was enormous, but the number of dollars in the bank wasn't enormous, and so I'd have, based off of the unrealized gains, I would have had to borrow money, and I effectively would have been in hock just to pay my tax bill instead of trying to run my company and 1,000 other reasons, right? So they realize that's the issue. I can't.
So, do you listen to what he just said there? And he still supports this twit?
Repeat it enough. Even though she's not directly conflicting the Biden tax plan, to her value proposition is we need to tax everybody fairly. I'm starting from the Biden plan as a starting point, but that's not necessarily her ending
Mark,
point.
let me just say, I appreciate you calling in, telling us what you're hearing on these fronts. That's great. But as you've said yourself, you can't speak for the vice president. These are things they're telling you. Who knows what they're telling other people? My guess is they're telling anybody who's donating to them exactly what they want to hear at this point. What matters is what they say publicly and what they will stick to.
No, my butt. Yes, she is. Yes.
No, absolutely, positively not.
How do you know? How do you know, you idiot cubes?
Right. Let me just be very
I don't know.
clear.
Like, why do you think that they're telling you the truth and not telling other people other things?
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, see, the Democrats lie like a teenager. Sorry, teenagers. Sorry, but they lie. Okay, how about this? They lie like a rug, the Democrats. They lie. How do you know Democrats are lying? When their lips are moving.
Well,
if they won't say it publicly.
How many you know who I got that quote? If you know where I got that quote from, let me know in the comments. How do you know when a teenager is lying? When their lips are moving. Let me know in the comments. Where did I get that?
Say it publicly. Tell all of us so that we can hold you to it.
I get it, but you've got to get the details right. You can't just.
Yeah, but we have 60 days till an election. Like, you're asking people to take a flyer.
Even if it's the day before the election, right? Even if it's the day before.
He's a fool. You see? Oh, okay. Calm down. Ooh, stop.
Look, the next question is.
I can't listen to him, and you're a fool. You're a stupid fool. We're less than 2 months away from an all-important election, and she hasn't reached her ending point yet? You have to be kidding me. Cubes, come on, Cubes. First eviscerated the idea of an unrealized gains tax, but then continued to defend Kamala? What? The obvious problem with Cube's bizarre defense, Harris is on record saying she supports a 25% unrealized gains tax. You're really asking us to just disregard her policies? Come on, Cubes, you're a fool. You're a fool. His lamest moment came, though, when he insisted that we should ignore the fact that her economical vision is as clear as muddy water. You're a fool, Cubes. Come on, QB, you're a fool. Let's play the Kamala song. Where's the Kamala song? We gotta play her song. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, stop laughing, little. Stop laughing. I know, you think it's funny. Everything is a joke to you, isn't it? It's a joke to you, isn't it, little girl? It's a joke to you. Okay, I can't find it. All right, forget it. I think I deleted it. No worries. But yeah, he's a fool. You're an idiot. I mean, honestly, are you gonna sit there and defend something that you know is idiotic? You're such a fool. I know I'm being very aggressive, but you have to be. These idiots don't get it. You just don't freaking get it. You don't get it at all. Okay, I gotta get off this story because I'm getting really pissed off here because I can't understand why you would say such an idiotic thing. You're such a dummy. How do you get so dumb? Dumb. I have to remix the song. The boy is dumb. Dumb. Stupid as cubes. Breakdown, dumb. Let's see. what we got here? No, a shooting near I-75 in Kentucky involving numerous persons. Manhunt on the way. Let's get into this one here really. Let's see what this is all about. Shooting near I-75 in Kentucky involving numerous persons. Manhunt on the way. There's breaking news. There's breaking news out of Kentucky with scant details at this hour on a shooting along the state's part of Interstate 75 with numerous persons shot and is being categorized as a critical incident according to local and federal officials at the scene. A manhunt is on the way for the suspect. I don't have much to say on it because there's not much details here. It's literally breaking. The Governor Andy Bashir tweeted about it, that he's just saying basically that we are aware of a shooting on I-75 in Laurel County. Law enforcement has shut down the interstate, so there's not much details on there. So there's not much I could do on this story here. Well. Speaking of, where is this thing? Give me a break here. I'm just one person trying to juggle all these things. I can't get a moderator. Okay, where is this? Give me a second here. Give me a second.
For our kids' sake, let's change what's at stake. School lunch is full of stuff that's not right. We need real food to fuel their minds, make them shine bright. Veggies, fruits, whole grains, let's set the bar. Our kids deserve the best, let's raise the standard, go far. No more sodas, no more chips. Let's give them water, let's give them tips on how to eat right, how to live long with RFK and Trump. We can't go wrong, make America healthy again.
Okay, let's get into this story here. Hamas just made a fool of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Just days after Joe Biden launched yet another attack against Benjamin Netanyahu, blaming the Israel Prime Minister for a lack of ceasefire deal in Gaza, Hamas made the president and his vice president look like a fool again. According to the most recent reporting, the latest several possible agreements has fallen through. Is it because Israel refused to make vast concessions to a terrorist group? Once more, the answer is no. Instead, Yahya Sinwar, the political and military head of Hamas, has sculpted the deal with another last-second bait and switch. For 9 months, Biden and Harris have claimed a ceasefire deal was just around the corner. Every single time, though, Sinwar does the same thing. Israel agrees to pretty horrific terms to get its hostages back, and Hamas drops in with a new demand, usually to release even more murderous terrorists. All the while, Democrats continue to blame Netanyahu for not somehow doing enough to get the psychopath he's negotiating with to follow through. I can't stand Democrats. Not when I say can't stand Democrats, I'm not talking specifically of normal Americans. I'm talking about the redhead devils, the ones who are so extreme and idiotic, and the ones in charge. Those are the ones I don't like. What we are seeing is a perfect illustration of the Biden Harris foreign policy. There's no undergirding principle. Of course not. There's no ability to wield soft or hard power to ensure the world's worst actors stay in line. It's just a free for all of lightweights pursuing diplomacy, a word that has lost all legitimate meaning under the current administration. Of course, of course. I just, these blue headed, red headed Transformers more than meets the eyes. Transformers, what are you taking off your pants? Okay. Um, let's see. What else do we got here? I am getting low on time. What time we got here? How much time we got here? We got another 29 minutes or so. Let's see what else. What else do we got? Let's go to another source. Another source. I got so many windows open. So many windows open. Give me a second. All right, let's try a different source here. Let's see what we got cooking over here. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? No, I don't care about Doctor Who. Doctor Who, Doctor Who. I don't care about Doctor Who. Doctor Who, Doctor Who. I don't care about Doctor Who. I don't care about Doctor Who. Who cares about Doctor Who? Do you watch Doctor Who? Let me know in the comments if you watch Doctor Who. Why do you do it? Why do you not do it? So, extreme emergency. The accused GA school shooter apologized to his mom before allegedly killing four, prompting her frantic calls to warn school. All right, so let's read about this real quick. I know many of you probably know about this already, but like I said previously, that I'm really cutting down on doing this because I am not passionate. So I'm getting it in all the stories that I can here because I'm more passionate of the other things that you saw going on with my website there. I am into that. I still got to reset up my other website. So basically, to make a long story short, I was sick and tired of my host, and it doesn't matter the host who I had before, but they were horrible. My websites were always down, and they were always trying to blame it on me because I use WordPress. They were always blame it on me, saying, "Oh, you should update your plugins," which they were updated. It was just they sucked. They didn't have any phone support at all. I mean, I would settle for just business hours of phone support. Nothing, no phone support. You had to do everything through the email. It was annoying. So I had to make a decision. So I made the switch to a new host, and knock on wood, I am loving them. It's faster. It's not crashing. Everything is loading fast. They got 24/7 phone support, which is a plus. It's a huge plus. If my website goes down, I can depend on calling them and getting it up and running. So I like that. Just that alone. The only thing I don't like is you have to pay annually rather than monthly. But in the long run, rather than paying $20 a month, I pay a lump sum of $12 a month. So it's cheaper in the long run. So I don't mind that, especially with the service that I'm getting now. Now, I will say, though, so far I only have my one website on there that you saw at my raydog.com, REHDOGG.com. I didn't put my political bomb show and my Ray Sean shop there either, so it's not sharing anything yet. So that may factor in because that was a problem with the old host is it was slow and I was having my web host support 4 websites. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of the Ray Dog Academy. I just don't have the time to pump out online courses. I just don't have time for it. So I'm just going to let that expire. I'm not going to renew that. So I'm not going to even put that on the platform. So instead of having my Ray Dog Academy, raydog.com, Political Bomb Show, and Ray Sean Shop, I'm going to have everything except the Ray Dogs Academy. So I've yeah, I have to make sure that the raydog.com is all set, which is pretty much it pretty much looks like it's all set. Then I'll move on to one of the other ones. I'm probably gonna do Political Bomb Show next because that was a site where a news aggravator, for lack of a better word, or aggregator, however you pronounce that. I need to get that back up. So that's probably the next one I'm gonna work on. Followed by what did I say? And followed by Ray Sean's shop. So that's the plan. Well, let's get back into what was I going to talk about here? About the accused Georgia school shooter apologized to his mom before allegedly killing for prompting her frantic calls to the school. Accused Georgia school shooter Colt Gray apologized to his mom before he allegedly killed 4 people, prompting her to make a desperate call in a bid to stop the tragedy, according to his grandfather and a report. In an exclusive interview with the Post Saturday, Charles Palhamas said his daughter Marcy Gray was visiting him at his home in Fitzgerald, Georgia, when Colt sent her a haunting text Wednesday morning. "I'm sorry, Mom," the message read. Well, he says here, it says McCree desperately called high school and warned a counselor of an extreme emergency. A relative, she should have called the police first. I would have called the police first, said the Washington. I would have definitely called the police first. Why are you calling them? Why are you calling them? So there he is there. Unbelievable. Unreal. So what do you think about this? If you were the mother or a father, it doesn't matter. If you were the parent of of your son or daughter who texts you and you had reason to believe that they were going to do on the unthinkable, would you have called the school? I could be off base on this, but let me know. Would you have called the school, or would you have called the authorities and the school? For me, I would have definitely called the authorities first, and I would have let the school know as well. But the authorities would have been who I would call first, because they would be the ones to stop such a thing. What are you going to call the school for? They don't have anyone with guns there. That's why massive shooting happen more commonly on schools, because it's a gun-free zone. And just like the reason I don't really support these bans on AR style guns, it's not gonna matter. What you fail to understand is that bad people are going to get the guns anyway. They're going to get the gun illegally, and you're going to leave legal gun owners vulnerable, and that's all it does. It hurts. These laws hurt law-abiding citizens. It does not hurt the criminal, because criminals by definition are criminals. Do you get that or no? I think they do know that, but they don't care. They have an agenda. They have an agenda, and that is what they want to follow. But yeah, I would have called the police first, and then uh I would have let the school know. But yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see. I'm just scraping through the stories here because I'm not gonna do every single story. I'd be here all day. Let's see. This is a good one. This is a good one. Decade of untruth, tallying the media's lies about Trump. Well, I don't care about Trump or Biden anymore. We're not gonna do that. Just because the debate is coming up, I don't feel like talking about that. So no, we're gonna skip that. Skippy. Grand Slam sister of tennis legend faces bankruptcy, and she's slapped with a 2.7 million lawsuit over ex-hubby's crimes. He screwed me. Huh. All right, let's see what's going on here. Um, the bright lights in my eyes, man. Oh man, oh my eye. What was I about to sing after that? Let me know in the comments below if you know what song that's from. Here's a hint. A hint is the Oscars. That's the hint. Okay, let's see here. I got so many windows. I'm trying to be coffee free. That's why I'm feeling kind of sluggish. I've been drinking tea lately. It's not helping. I think I gotta go back to caffeine. I gotta go back to the caffeine. Sister of tennis great Andre Agassi faces bankruptcy as she's slapped with a 2.7 million suit over ex-husband's crimes. He screwed me. Screwed me. The older sister of tennis legend Andre Agassi faces a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, could lose her home, and is on the brink of bankruptcy ever since she hitched her wagon to a would-be convicted con man over 2 decades ago. Tammy Agassi's life was plunged into chaos in 2017. Love can do stuff to you, especially if you fall in love with the wrong person. It's like you could be the most intelligent person in the world, but you can, let's say you fall in love with a con man or a con woman or whatever you say you want to fall in love with. All the intelligence of the world, all the intelligence that you have goes out the window because the love is so powerful. Things that are logical and common sense goes through the window. You're not able to think anymore. You just don't. You really, so be careful who you fall. I mean, some people will say, like a lot of the gay community, you can't help who you fall in love with. So just because I love a guy or I'm a woman, I love a woman, I can't help who I fall in love with. Okay. I don't want to get on a rant about that, but I mean, in theory, you can fall in love. Sometimes love sneaks up on you. You don't know, and all of a sudden, boom, you're bitten by the love bug, and you do strange things. You really do. Speaking of, look at the name. Tammy Agassi's life was plunged into chaos in 2017 when California. Okay, I had to do it. Haven't heard from ya. Finish the line. Finish the line in the comment. When her luxury hotel developer husband, Lobsang Darjay, pledged guilty to wire fraud and concealing material information from federal authorities, leaving her to face the $2.7 million lawsuit related to a busted land deal. A busted land deal. He painted himself as a very honest, honorable person, hardworking, and highly intelligent, of the utmost moral character. That's what he presented himself as. It's true. Con artists can do that. I'm telling you, if you fall in love with a con artist, it's hard for you to listen to reason from anyone. Like, I could be on the outside looking in, and I don't remember exact situation that I tried to warn a friend about someone, and he didn't believe me about her, and he essentially ended our friendship. But it turned out that I was right about that, and yeah, it hurt. I lost a friend over that. But so, I mean, what would you do? Let me know in the comments below. If you had a friend, or even worse, a sibling, a family member, and you know that someone was a con artist in their lives, would you warn them and risk that you would alienate them from your life forever? Or would you just let them go through hard times on their own, and let them learn a lesson? I mean, in hindsight, looking back on it, I probably would do the same thing, because I would want someone to do that to me. If someone, I brought this woman home, I want to marry her, and one of my church brothers and sisters say, "Listen, this lady, you know, she's conning you. She's been doing things behind your back." It's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, because when you get bit with that love bug, it's hard to listen to anything else with the reasoning disappears. And so I'm curious to know what you would do in a situation like that. Would you warn the person, or would you let them, go through hard times? Let me know in the comments. But that's what con artists do. He painted himself as very honorable and honest, and he was not. Basically, he's very cunning and calculated and manipulative. That's what they do. They're very smooth at this kind of stuff. They really are. Tammy met the charming Darjay at a charity event in Seattle in the early 2000s, and admitted that she found her would-be husband apparent honesty refreshing. It was all an act to land you, to get you, and he got you good. He claimed he did not know of Andre Agassi's glittering tennis career. I think that's a lie. When included 8 Grand Slam titles and an Olympic gold medal, but Darjay's seeming naivety masked his true motives. He kept up the act for a while, she said, and then he pretended he just discovered it, and acted mad at me that I didn't tell him. He was very angry. At the time, I thought he was a little bit uncomfortable, and this was his way of approaching it. He portrayed himself as the immigrant who didn't know very much, she added there. So I'm not going to read any more of that, but what do you think? What do you think about that story? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Anything good in the neighborhood? Oh, I can't stand. I don't watch the WNBA to begin with, but if you are handed an angel to save your league, why do you want to run her out of there by claiming racism and being such a jealous twit? This Angel Reese is a fool. I'm glad she's, I shouldn't be glad about injury. I'm not glad that she's injured, but I can't stand her. I just can't. I just don't. She's a jealous twit. I don't know how else to put it. A jealous twit. I can't stand it. Unbelievable. I'm not gonna read that story. I don't care. But so apparently she has a podcast, and she's the first thing she did is claim racism in regards to I can't even think of her name. No, the other one who saved the NWNB. If you know the one I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. And what do you think about it? Do you think that that what is her name? That Angel Reese is what's your take on Angel Reese? I know my take on it. She's a jealous twit. That's putting it nicely. I wanted to call it the B word, but I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Let's see. What else do we got here? Anything good? I'm just skimming through because we got about 9 or 10 minutes. I'm not gonna get into. Let's see. Ben Affleck enjoys lunch with kids. Okay, I'm not gonna read about Ben Affleck. No, no, no. Let's quickly go to one more source, if I may. Wait, what is this? A botched robbery at Soho. Zara leaves one hurt as patrons run for cover. Yeah, no more. No, I'm not going to read any more of that. Let's see. What else do I got here? Let's go to one more source here. I have to do something I haven't done any Trump news here, so we have to end with Trump news. Let's see here. Since the debate is tomorrow, let's talk about Josh Shapiro. He warns Dems not to underestimate Trump's debate skills. Let's see what that's all about. If it loads up, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Getting ready for the show. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Kamala la Harris. Let's hear yours. Who wants to hear that for 4 years? If you want to hear that for 4 years, let me know in the comments below why. Because I'd rather pour hot oil down my ear than to listen to that for 4 years. But I digress. Let's end with some Trump. It's not really Trump news, but someone commenting on the Democrats underestimating Trump's debate skills. If I could find my window, got so many windows. Okay, here we go. Josh Shapiro warns Dems not to underestimate Trump's debate skills. Democrat Governor Josh Shapiro is warning his party not to underestimate former President Donald Trump in the upcoming debate with Vice President Kamala Harris. At one point, Shapiro seems certain to secure Harris's vice presidential spot. However, she ultimately decided to go with Governor Tim Walz, who has seen less than stellar poll numbers because he's a commie just like her. They're both commies. The View co-host Alicia Farah Griffin pointed out that Harris has retracted previously held positions such as fracking and has yet to explain her policies despite the November election being just 2 months away. And Cubes want to say that's fine? Cubes? Come on, Cubes. Not ice cubes. Ice cubes or iced teas or sugar. No, I can't say that. That's still cursing. Do you think it's a strategic mistake that she hasn't explained some of these positions she's changed on more aside knee pads Harris? I mean, the debate is because she's obviously going to get challenged on some of these on the debate stage. Okay, I don't really care, but I can't pretend like I care. I really can't. Okay, what is this? Let's click on this. This is why Democrats won't let Harris or Walz, okay, or Walz do any real interviews. Kamala Harris and Walz can't avoid the debate. I don't care. I'm trying to pretend like I care, but I just don't have the stomach for them. I don't have the stomach for them at all. So let me see if I could find something. Let's see what I could find here. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we could find here. End on a good note here. I'm looking. Oh, this is good. Trump plays viral gaffes, supercut of Kamala Harris. All right, this is good. Let's watch this one. Let's end with Trump because we didn't do much of Trump. We didn't do any of Trump. So let's end with Trump here. I'm gonna end with Trump.
Great system. I want to show you just one other thing, please. Do you mind putting it up, please? Thank you.
Okay.
Been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time.
Is this who you want to vote for?
When you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us.
She's an idiot. She's a fool.
Island nations.
She's a fool.
In the Western Hemisphere. That is where the Caribbean is. We are also in the Western Hemisphere. They are our neighbors. I am here, standing here on the northern flank, on the eastern flank, talking about what we have in terms of the eastern flank. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been.
Oh my goodness.
You know? Space is exciting. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree that there are things and tools that are available to us.
She's drunk. The woman is drunk.
We work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work.
Do you ban plastic straws?
I think we should. Yes. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. It's really difficult to drink out of a paper straw when if you're just, like, if you don't gulp it down immediately, it starts to bend. Yes. And then, you know, the little thing catches it, and then, you know, so we got to kind of perfect that one a little bit.
She's unlikable, guys.
Okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets until 2022? So the United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. AI is kind of a fancy thing. First of all, it's 2 letters. It means artificial intelligence. As a woman, there's a balance to be struck between being tough and being a
I agree. Boo indeed.
So if you listen to Kamala's speeches, you'd never even know that she's been running the country. She's been running the country for 4 years and doing a horrible job. Look at what's happened to our country. We are a failing nation. I hate to say it, we are a failing nation. I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish I didn't have to go and do this. I wish they were great. I wish they'd make our country great. but they're going to destroy our country. You know it. They even know it, and probably they're doing it on purpose.
Yes, they are. Let's go to a throwback on how Tulsi Gabbard roasted her.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their
Cheap
sentences
labor.
to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on a floor.
It wasn't a fancy speech. She was telling you about your record. You can see, look how visibly angry she is. Angry twit, because she knows she got caught. She's a fool.
But actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about reentering former offenders and getting them counseling.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced.
Look at her face. This is my interpretation of her. I'm not a body language expert, but you don't have to be an expert to see that she is visibly mad because she's got caught with her panties down and
to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Our Democratic Party, unfortunately, is not the party that is of, by, and for the people.
I think that's a great note to end it on. It is true. If you are still a Democrat, I would love for you to put it in the comments below why you are and defend the ludicrousy of the things that they stand for. Or what do you believe that the Democrats stand for is a more important question, because maybe you believe they stand for something that they don't stand for. And the blue hair hippie ones out there, you guys, I'd love to hear from you, because yeah, I just don't know how you can justify endorsing such a crazy political thing. I talk about cutting off your nose to spite your face. That's what it all boils down to. Really cutting off your nose to spite your face is what it boils down to. So that's all I got for you. Probably for the rest of the week. I probably won't jump back in unless something crazy happens. Leave a like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my newly renovated raydog.com, REHDOGG.com. We got your watches. You're Black and Chinese, man. You want to support that if you're still into the music. We got pendants here. We got the dragons. We got this Echoes of Memory scarf. This is a beautiful scarf. We got metal prints. Those are just amazing. More metal prints. This is one of my favorite with a turtle. And limited edition watches. How many of you remember the limited edition? The limited edition Ray Dog watch, the original one. Well, this is a 2024 one. We got your religious T-shirts and you're religious. Hoodies, it's a hoodie season. Go on and grab one. And plenty, much more things to come. Shower curtains and such. So keep an eye out. I still have to add some more artwork here. My books as they're written with books, you can't write them overnight, obviously, so that's going to take longer. And so much more. So go to rehdogg.com and check us out. Check us out. Let me know how you like the new website, how it's set up. Do you like it? Do you like the old one better? Let me know in the comments below. Here you go, children's book. This is an amazing book. And these watches here. And yes, buy me a coffee if you will. Even though I've not drunk coffee for the last 3 days, but still, I'm always loving coffee. Always loving coffee. Check out some of the reviews on some of our stuff there. Join the newsletter and so much more. So thank you for spending time with me today. And let me know again, seriously, if you're a Democrat and you like their politics, tell me about why you're a Democrat, and please don't give, if you give me a generic answer, I'm a Democrat because Republicans are racist. Well, I'm a Republican, I'm not racist. I'm not a bigoted, you just because I'm a Christian and there's certain lifestyle that against what I believe, it doesn't mean that I hate them, that I hate you, because I have to love everyone. That's what the Bible teaches. We love everyone. I love everyone. I may not like your actions, but I still have to love you as a person, as a brother and a sister in Christ. And that is where I am coming from, that aspect of things. And so if you give me the generic answer, I'm not going to even bother responding if you give me that kind of stuff. I want a legitimate reason, and don't give me that stupid stuff, because I won't even respond, because that's just low-hanging fruit, as they say. So I won't even respond to those. So anyway, that's all I got. Leave a like, share, and subscribe. I'm blinded. I am blinded. I've been in this lights forever. Anyway, that's all I got, folks.
Random thoughts, politics.
Oh, I thought that's all I had. Let's do that again. Okay. Yeah, doing stuff live. Live. It's live, but not live. I could edit this, but I'm not going to edit. I'm just too tired to edit. I'm really too tired to edit. So let's do that again. Let's do that again. I'm gonna have to move. Okay. All right. I'm back. Are you happy to see me? We'll fix this after I'm off the air, because yeah, too many windows. That's the thing with OBS, trying to do all this by yourself, folks. Yeah, I don't envy you. I don't. This is tough, trying to do all this stuff by yourself. I have a mind. All right, let's get out of here for real.
Random thoughts, politics.